I need these things. I fixed them. The lens fell out of the other one. Aha. Well, howdy cowgirls and cowboys. You're looking excellent tonight, and that's the first thing I want to say is how amazing it is and the effort everyone's made. Well done. I have to apologize for some of the blatant lies on the previous speaker's presentation. My lawyers are working on the paperwork as we speak. I did check online for a few 50 facts, and there is a few reasons being 50 is awesome. You sort of get out of stuff by saying, I'm too old. There's another thing that my younger brother's been benefiting from for the last 10 years, but I start getting discounts at supermarkets on Thursdays, I believe. The other thing is I can watch my kids grow into really cool people, and I've watched that over the last 3 weeks, and I'm stoked. I can acquire an invisibility cloak because chicks no longer look at you except to sympathize. I've become a fountain of knowledge because generally at 50 you know everything. You become more confident in your views and opinions, even more so than before, if that's possible. And what's really cool is you buy random stuff and useless stuff that you think you may need one day. There's a few not so cool things. 50 means no more wearing Speedos on the beach. Or in my case, that lime green mankini from Rob and Les Duncan. As Brendan mentioned, you spend a little bit more time trimming your nose hair than your head hair. And you do realize that your parents were actually right about nearly everything. Getting some action means all those prunes the doctor is making you eat is doing their job. I'm actually a very lucky guy. Not only did I reach 50, but it appears that I have numerous talents, as my ex-friend Brendan has so eloquently highlighted to you all. My main task this evening, though, is one of gratitude. My girls, Savannah, Danielle, Jess, and Carol. Sana into vet school, a dream since she was 8. Very lucky she got my brains. Worm is in her final year of matric, and as you'll see later, she appears to have inherited all of my coordination and nifty skills at dancing. Schnooks, you continue to be amazing. Top of your class for 4 years on the trot. Another lucky break with the brains. My mum, who's lurking somewhere behind. Mum, thank you. You've been a rock as long as I can remember. And it's a real honor to be your son. To my brothers, Mawaya and the Black Knight, you can't choose your family, and I wouldn't want to change it for anything. Brothers are just the best medicine for keeping you grounded. They never cushion the blow, and they're direct and straight to the point. Now, a party like this just doesn't happen instantly, and I really do need to do a few thank yous, so if you'll bear with me. My daughter Danielle, who's been training all of the Stutchers. We've got their boyfriends, Sean and Vickers, and along with all my girls, have been in child labor setting tonight up. And now, in consulting with my older brother, you know, you always need advice, and there's always one place to go, and that's normally to your older butt. And I said, how am I going to cope with these teenagers? And he gave me some worthy advice about what he'd been through with Mana Jane. And he said, there are only 5 traits of a teenager. The first one, and the most important one, is called entwinement. And they are constantly entwined. But they do occasionally break entwinement to eat, which is number 2. Or to drink, which is number 3. Or to get on their phones and send a WhatsApp and ignore all of you, that's number 4. Or number 5, they sleep. So imagine, despite all those 5 traits, we managed to get these teenagers to get this whole thing set up and help Carol. So thank you guys. If you look around this room and you look at this setup and the structure and everything, you'll realize that I've had to go to the professionals. And I say this with great thanks to Dave Davies for helping me with this. Dave, you guys rock. This is amazing. Thank you very much. To the Crested team, Bill, Shelpa, and Chef Brian, I know it's going to be a great evening, and thanks very much to all of them. To Rob and Les Duncan, Les, if you ask Les for a favor, she just goes above and beyond. So, yesterday morning, I found a picture on WhatsApp that the Duncans had taken their fence down in order to lend 2 wagons to the Stutchburys for a little party. And Rob brought a 7-ton truck with a crane to lift them out of the yard and get them delivered here. Now that is what you call true mates. Thank you, the Duncans. To Gordon and Bridge and Dunks and Ange, there's a heap of hay bales here, and I really wouldn't have a clue where to find them. So thank you very much for bringing those. And Tunga, our Cool Beans barista and Zim barista, has set up a Cool Beans trolley outside so that we can have some espressos throughout the night to make sure you don't fade too early. And then for Brendan, for such a remarkably complimentary speech, especially discussing my toiletry habits on boats. And really to all of you, my family and my friends, I really would like to thank you for being here to share this with us. It's fantastic to have you all here. But last and by no means least, I need to talk about Carol, my partner in crime. The exact balance for my craziness. I do know I drive you insane sometimes, my love, but it's only with your best interests at heart. You would have noticed a little attention to detail in tonight's event. Carol, your awards for planning events for YPO are seriously justified. This is amazing. I've watched you sewing late into the night, making bunting.
You're not supposed to tell anyone that.
It's out now. I've watched you designing the posters, the banners, the labels for the water, making sure we all have hats and shoes. Even the waiters got hats from you. You are incredible, not only for me, but for all the Stutchers. Thank you.
Thanks.
A lot of people have traveled far and wide to be here tonight. To my great mates and Jess's godparents, Sean and Sharon from Botswana, Graham coming all the way from Livingston. From South Africa, we've got my girls, Vickers, Sean, Terry Ann, who is Carol's great mate and just such good fun. Brendan and Livy, that guy Brendan again, he sort of keeps appearing. And obviously the other guy who came an incredible distance, and you've obviously not often seen him this far out of his hibernation, is my brother Wayne from Sunlands. You know, times like this, you think of absent friends, and there's many who can't be with us tonight. My dad, obviously, I think he would have loved a party like this. My in-laws, Don and Ann in Cape Town. My brother-in-law, Mike, and Mermaid. And the latest addition to the family is Jess's little cousin, Max, who was born on the 14th of December. So, in closing, please can you join me in a little toast to absent friends. Absent friends. Folks, it's time to really enjoy the party. I'd like to see a riding of the bull competition, some line dancing, and let's all have some serious fun. Thank you very much.